where all the action will be taking place. Here are the headlines for you right now at noon. Former President Trump is expected to announce his VP pick today. In the past 30 minutes, CNN reported it could happen within the next few hours. Traditionally, the candidate does not speak until the end of the convention, but a North Carolina delegate is hearing Trump will speak at the delegation tonight. This morning, the mayor of Milwaukee said he is confident in the security surrounding this event.
The director of the United States Secret Service continues to have faith in the work that happened over the last 18 months for security. And I have faith and confidence as well in the Secret Service, in the Milwaukee Police Department, and other law enforcement agencies that are providing public safety here today.
North Carolina delegates at the RNC say security on the ground is tight.
WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie spoke with a member of the delegation just a couple of hours ago. She joins us live from the legislative building with what she's hearing. Laura.
Renee, I spoke this morning with Michelle Woodhouse. She is the Republican chair for the 11th Congressional District and a former congressional candidate and the host of a radio show that we hear here in Raleigh. She says security is definitely tighter in Milwaukee than what she experienced during the last in-person RNC convention back in 2016. Of course, after Saturday's shooting, there's a lot of concern about security at the RNC. Not only the president, but scores of elected officials and leaders from all over the country are converging in one place. The Secret Service says they're prepared and they've been working on a plan for this event for 18 months. Woodhouse is staying with the state delegation at a hotel that's inside the security perimeter. She said the hotel manager told her it took 2 hours to get through the security checkpoints to get to work this morning.
I think security is top notch. And I think it is higher than what we saw in Cleveland for good reason. And I anticipate every day going into the convention hall will be very tight security, but I feel incredibly safe, incredibly safe.
Now, I also asked Woodhouse about the mood there. Are people there upset or shocked or angry about what happened on Saturday? She said the sense she gets is one of overwhelming relief and anticipation. Now, Woodhouse said the nominee doesn't usually speak until Thursday night, but she said she's been told Trump will address the delegates this evening. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is also expected to speak on Thursday night. Actually, a lot of our state lawmakers here are among the delegates from North Carolina. We're hoping to speak with some of them this afternoon. We'll bring you that later on. Laura Leslie, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
A North Carolina lawmaker will be one of the first on stage when the convention begins tonight. House Representative Jared Lowry will give the Pledge of Allegiance at 5 o'clock. Lowry is a former Marine and is a member of the Lumbee tribe. He's also an alternate delegate at the convention this week. Our coverage continues in our next half hour. We will check in for the latest headlines out of Wisconsin. And WRAL's Laura Levine will talk with a North Carolina lawmaker attending the convention about the mood in Milwaukee. And happening right now in the WRAL Live Center, we're following the latest developments in all of this. This is actually a live look inside the RNC in Milwaukee right now. You see a couple of people inside. As we've reported previously, Milwaukee's mayor said the RNC has the tightest security level possible, and he feels very confident that everybody will be safe. Also, the director of Secret Service says she feels confident that everyone will be safe as well. They've been preparing for this for the last 18 months. First Lady Jill Biden, we've learned, also spoke to Melania Trump, but they have not released any details on that conversation. Also, Vivek Ramaswamy, who ran for the GOP presidential primary, this afternoon he is urging the country to come together after that assassination attempt. We'll follow all the developments here in the WRAL Live Center. North Carolina lawmakers are asking for peace heading into this critical moment in the presidential campaign. As the convention gets underway, WRAL's Laura Levine spoke with some of the delegates to hear their concerns. North Carolina lawmakers call this situation a wake-up call. We know nearly 2,400 delegates from across the country are gathering in Wisconsin now to formally offer President Trump the Republican Party's presidential nomination. We know North Carolina delegates are out there. We spoke with several of them, and they tell us this year's convention in Milwaukee has significantly heightened security compared to previous years. However, that is not the only thing that has changed. They tell us the tone has shifted as well. Some North Carolina delegates are energized and motivated. Others confident political rhetoric will calm down moving forward on both sides of the aisle.
People are just angry, still in shock, just upset that this happens to anybody. I think there's a a nonpartisan spirit everywhere. You talk to people in the airport coming here and everybody that this kind of act can't stand, and that I think people are looking for a sense of unity and feeling together as a nation.
And with this big week ahead, we will continue to monitor the events throughout the week, as well as get that reaction from our local lawmakers and North Carolina delegates. Laura Levine, WRAL News in Raleigh.
Former GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley is expected to speak at the convention tomorrow. Haley was Trump's chief rival in the Republican primary contests. She has since told her delegates to vote for Trump. Republican leaders say Trump's vice presidential pick will speak Wednesday, followed by Trump on Thursday. North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is also on the list of confirmed speakers this week. Laura Leslie reported earlier in this newscast he will take the podium on Thursday. So will members of a UNC fraternity who held up the American flag during a protest on campus earlier this year. That group was among a large group of speakers picked for the, quote, Everyday American Convention portion of the program.